Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Hotkeys podcast. This is the show where we talk about everything pop culture and random in the world, and we take shortcuts to get there. I'm your host, Mick, and today I'm joined by
Wil Dobratz
and Landon Browning.
Guys, it is July 9th.
Yeah.
2022.
2022.
Crazy how we're almost already to July.
We are.
We are in July.
Yeah, we're already
halfway over.
Well, did I say almost to July?
Yeah.
We're crud. We are in July. Time's moving too fast.
We are almost to July 10th.
Yeah.
Oh, no. That's like a third of the way through July.
It is. It's math.
I feel like the more you get older, the more days are insignificant.
Yes.
A lot of things become less
Suddenly weeks are going to become insignificant.
Yeah.
They already kind of are.
When you were a kid, like a week was like a massive
forever.
Yeah, it'd be like Tuesday and you're like, oh my God.
Especially if you like had something to look forward to on the weekend. It was like, it's gonna like,
this is going to be awesome.
I need to like hibernate and then come out of it.
And it's like, it's been 3 hours since you last.
I remember like waiting for like a video game to come out.
No.
Like, it's like coming out 4 months. You're like, oh my God. Now it's like a game comes out like 6 months later. I'm like, after it's out, I'm like, I guess I can maybe get around to playing it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I bought that 6 months ago.
Yeah.
I remember it was agonizing waiting like a year for Super Mario Galaxy 2. Now it's just like, oh, Mario Odyssey was 5 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. So,
I mean, it's still annoying when you have to wait, but now it's just like, I mean,
it'll be here before you know it.
What am I going to do?
I feel like the amount of spare like free time I have is less than like the new content coming out. Like I've got more stuff that like to enjoy than like I have time.
Yeah.
Like, so now like beforehand, like years ago, like all these new TV shows that came out, I would have already binged through all of them. Mm-hmm. Now like Stranger Things season 4 has been out for like what, like a month and a half?
Over a month. Yeah.
And I'm like halfway through it. But after I get done with that, I still have like a season of Umbrella Academy to watch and other things to go through, plus video games. So
that like isn't even on my radar.
Umbrella Academy?
Yeah, I like people would ask me, I guess when they released all the episodes, like, "Oh, did you watch it yet?" I was like, I
didn't even know it existed.
I didn't even know it was out. And I like the show. I think it's like you. It's like, I mean, I'll get to it when I get to it.
Yeah. There's really no rush. It's going to be a year or more until the next one.
I often find that it helps to not treat that kind of stuff like I got to get through this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to move towards of like, oh, I feel like playing this or I feel like doing this, so I'm going to do it. Like this is my free time. Like,
and I no longer go to places where I see spoilers really anymore. Like maybe barely on YouTube. So like I don't have much risk. Like there's really no risk in waiting to watch something.
Yeah. At this stage, like you really have to look for spoilers in order to be spoiled, which is really nice because that way I haven't been accidentally spoiled from something in a very long time.
I still dance around the spoiler sphere and like YouTube and Instagram.
So like what's the biggest thing you've been spoiled for that you're just like, that's so disappointing that I got spoiled for that? Like recently.
Luke, I'm your father. Yeah. Can you imagine if that got spoiled for you?
Somebody spoiled it, I think, famously. I think it was actually David Prowse who was in the
he would.
Like he yeah, what do you mean he would?
That is he still alive?
No, he died.
He was absolutely bitter about everything Star Wars.
Because
he was the guy that actually played Darth Vader, like the physical performance.
Oh.
And apparently there was a like a misunderstanding that he thought that he was actually playing Darth Vader. So in the behind the scenes, he's actually saying all the lines and everything. You can hear him underneath the helmet. There's a really funny scene where it's in A New Hope where he's strangling Captain Antilles. And he throws him, and he's like, "Commander, tear the ship apart until you found those plans. Bring the passengers. I want them alive." That scene. And you can hear him just like from behind the mask, and he sounds kind of like, "Commander, tear the ship apart and bring me the passengers and the plans. I want them alive." Like, it just sounds like absolutely terrible and goofy.
So he was saying it like okay.
So he feels like he got completely screwed over by George Lucas and everything. Because he was like, "Oh, what? My voice is getting, dubbed over? Like, what?"
So I think, like, from his perspective, he said, like, nobody told him that his voice would be getting dubbed over, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And so he became bitter There's also some other things too where George Lucas didn't treat him very well, from what it sounds like. Allegedly didn't treat him very well, but also he did lie about David Prowse lied about being able to do choreography in the Vader suit, so they had to hire an additional person to do sword fighting choreography.
Oh,
so there was
really?
actually
Specifically for
3 different people playing Darth Vader.
Yeah.
So it's I don't know. It's a huge mess, and I don't think anybody's in the right. But David Prowse was actually like a really cool person, from what I heard, like at like signings and events and kind of that kind of stuff, like that he was at. So
yeah, I mean, I never knew him personally.
yeah, I think my dad met him and got something signed from him.
Oh,
so
cool.
He said it was really cool.
So they had a third guy for like the like.
Yeah, it was like a swords master. I think specifically he came in for Empire
The
because it
scene
was
with
more choreographed than what we got in episode 4.
Yeah, I'm like, if they had to bring somebody,
Yeah.
like,
No.
I'm like, we couldn't do the sword fight in episode 4. I'm like, they should probably have just fired.
And if you notice in some scenes, like the framing is kind of like shot from below, so it still makes it look like Vader just towers over Luke.
Yeah,
But really, it was like a much shorter guy in the Vader suit.
yeah,
Because David Prowse was like 6'5" or something.
Yeah.
Like he was a tall guy.
That's like his biggest strength in playing Darth Vader was like he was actually super duper tall and super.
Yeah.
Well, they do that again in Obi-Wan, right? They got a couple different people playing Vader.
So in Obi-Wan, I mean, for at least for some of the scenes, it was Hayden Christensen. And Hayden Christensen, he's like, 6'1" or 2" or something. So he's tall, but he's not like as tall as Vader needs to be. But I mean, you can really like shoot around that and make him appear tall. I mean, Robert Downey Jr. appears to be over 6 foot in every movie that he's in, but he's like 5'7".
Same with Tom Cruise.
Is
Same
Robert
with
Downey
Tom
Jr.
Cruise.
5'7"?
Yeah, he's really short.
Tom
Yeah.
Cruise is also like
Tom
5'7",
Cruise is
right?
5'7".
Dude, my boys.
Danny
squad.
DeVito is pretty short.
The 5'7" squad. Landon rolling up with Tom Cruise and RDJ.
I think I'm 5'7". I might be 5'8". I don't think so though. I think I'm 5'7". I haven't.
I feel like at this point you have to say you're 5'7" if Tom Cruise and Robert Downey Jr. are also 5'7". You could be like, yeah, I'm the same. Like you can use that as an
tall
icebreaker.
as Tom Cruise.
I'm as tall as Tom Cruise. Exactly, no big deal.
Well, that always like is so weird to me. Like imagining meeting those people and like looking down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like that wouldn't be my first initial thought, but that's probably what I would have to do. Or Tom Cruise would just
Kiefer Sutherland's also very short.
yeah, he's a short guy too.
I
Real intimidating though.
think Kit Harington from Game of Thrones is also
short?
like 5'8" or something, 5'9". What is? I think 5'10's average, right?
5'10".
For guys, or is
think-
it 5?
I think it's 5'10" and a half or like 5'10" is average for a male.
Yeah, I'm below average in height and intelligence.
Dummy meat brain.
Yeah, dummy dumb meat brain.
How long has that joke been going on?
Too long.
Too long.
Same with the rest of our jokes, Will. They go
yeah.
on too long.
I just smash my
just
hands into
not
things.
funny.
So.
The horse is in hell and it's being beat eternally.
They turn into one of the 4 horsemen.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of Obi-Wan, I mean,
We finished it.
we finished it.
You finished it, Will? Mick
Yeah.
and I had finished it the last episode, but we
Yep.
had to kind of dance around it because Dave and Will hadn't
I
finished
hadn't
it.
finished it, but
So what do you think of Obi-Wan? What would you
I'd say a 7 out of 10
For the whole
around
show?
there for the whole show, probably
God.
overall. I think they did, I think it gets too much crap from a lot of people. That's like my hot take. Is
I
that
think I agree with your hot take. I think so. What I came into the show wanting was Vader and Obi-Wan, and the stuff that they gave us with Vader and Obi-Wan to me was really good, and I really liked it. There's a lot in the show that I did not care about that I thought was pretty bad. I think Reva, she got a little bit better towards the end, but even then, I could have done the whole show without her.
yeah.
Because I do think that she took a lot of screen time and character development with Obi-Wan away from Vader, which I did not like.
Yeah. Why didn't he just kill Vader? Like this, he failed for second time left him alive.
I think when
I know he can't kill him.
the
there's
argument
some other movies that he has to be in.
the argument is that he truly knows that Anakin Skywalker is dead, and so he feels no need to kill the actual Vader, which is can be pretty weak depending on like, oh, that's the greater good to kill Vader because of how many Jedi he's going to continue to hunt. And
Well, because you could also look at it, I'm assuming from Landon's point of view, where, well, his friend is already dead, so why wouldn't he just kill something?
Yeah, like, I mean, he literally, like, if we're going to, like,
you know?
this whole show's about Obi-Wan feeling guilty, right? Like, about, like, it's his fault.
Right.
Well, I mean, him not killing Vader, I mean, he's literally responsible for, like, everybody on Alderaan dying. By not, you know what I mean? Like,
I don't know, because then that implies that
I mean, that was technically Tarkin.
it kind of implies that inaction is like the person's responsible for, like, he's not responsible for it. Vader still did that action regardless of what Obi-Wan, like, if Obi-Wan showed mercy to him. Does
I know,
that make
but like,
sense?
if Vader wasn't alive, that would be like a major hit for the Empire, like losing him.
Right, but I wouldn't say he's responsible. It's more of that he had the opportunity to kind of end the war right there, in a sense. Like, not end the war because the rebellions, the Empire is still the Empire.
Yeah,
But
I wish he would have killed him at the end of the show, and it would have like then they like remake episodes 4, 5, and 6 without Vader. Like, he's just dead. They just like,
Or they just like bring in a completely random person and stick him in a Vader suit, and the Vader we get in the original trilogy isn't
not.
actually Anakin.
yeah, it's a fraud.
People would be like, what?
They'd be so, oh my god, they'd be so mad.
That would be like the cherry on top of people getting absolutely pissed off at the show.
It'd be hilarious. It'd actually be really funny to watch. Oh my god, meltdown. They're like, yep, canon.
I think the
Darth
whole-
Vader is actually not Anakin Skywalker.
I think the whole entire like fandom would just completely implode.
It might be for the best,
It probably would be.
but
Star Wars fandom is
toxic.
it's pretty toxic. Like, they want one thing, and then when they get it, they're like, "But we didn't want it like this."
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, hey there, Colby.
Colby, take a seat.
Pull up a sit down. Put on these headphones.
What's going on, fellas?
You gonna you got the sunglasses?
I have
on?
to plug you in.
Stand by for Colby Day.
Colby Day activating.
3, 2, 1.
Hello?
Colby.
Colby is here. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun.
I didn't know where I should park the limo out front.
Just park it in the middle of the street.
Yeah. Like Mick that one day.
What are you talking about?
Mick does actually on my drive this morning,
Uh-oh.
off of a street we call Wellesley. I saw
I mean, something.
most even. I saw
A select few. Okay, go ahead.
this car backed into their driveway, but it was already full. So like this truck is like, I don't know, taking up an entire lane, but it's parked. There's just nobody in it. There's just basically
On Wellesley?
On Wellesley, like a super busy street. There's just a car parked in the middle of the road. Like,
I think you're obligated
perpendicular
to
to the
hit
road.
it. I think you're just obligated to hit it. Like,
Yeah,
Did you?
no,
Missed opportunity.
I feel like that would have been a lot of hassle on Colby Day.
yeah. Should have done it in your work van.
Won't be needing that soon anyway.
Yeah.
Wait, what happened?
Yeah, fill us in on.
Oh yeah, I've been gone for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, you've been like dead to us.
Yeah.
What is dead may never die.
What?
What?
Yeah, I don't think we've talked about this on the show yet. So last Friday, I put my 2-week notice in at my current job. So I have 1 week left. And
No loyalty these days. There's no loyalty.
and I am moving
To Japan.
to Japan with Dave.
Dave and Bree have legally adopted you.
You're now Colby Parker.
Colby David Parker. That's what they call me.
Let's be honest, they're taking the Chapman name.
David Chapman.
David and Brianna. David and
I don't like
Brianna
the sound of
Chapman. Their son Colby Chapman.
Would it be Colby Parker? And then they're just like the Chapmans.
Colby Parker sounds like a...
Cheese.
Sounds like a clothing line or something.
Colby Parker, he kind of sounds like a...
White extremist.
He sounds like a douchey skateboarder.
Oh no. So yeah, so you're moving to.
Yeah, I am actually moving to Boise, Idaho.
Congratulations.
Great capital.
Colby was tired of the how liberal Washington's getting.
Oh,
so he wanted to move
Yep.
to a more conservative state.
No. But I am moving down there with former host Jesse Bick.
Shut up.
He's going back.
Jesse has a very specific mission he's on for going down to Boise.
Lock and load.
In case you're interested on the journey, Landon, we are driving through Tri-Cities on the way down.
No way. There's going to be a Popeyes there soon.
Wait, isn't that kind of out of the way?
No.
It's on the way,
The
I
drive that
think.
I take is I go south from Spokane and you hit the Tri-Cities.
So you're going to go through Oregon.
Yeah, and then you go through Oregon, which is like Pendleton, and then you just go straight.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's about 6.5 hours away from here for people that don't know. But
So you'll have to leave at like 4 a.m. on Saturdays to make the
make a podcast?
podcast.
yeah, but it's not impossible.
Yeah.
So what does this mean for our friendship?
It's over.
Well, I didn't, I see you like a couple times a year anyway, so it's like,
We saw each other yesterday.
no.
I mean, I saw you.
Mick sees you every night.
You know, Michael does have a key to your apartment and just like opens it, goes and watches you sleep, and then leaves,
said
and then
this on the show
closes it and
before.
locks it.
I would not be surprised if literally every time I take my trash out or I leave my apartment, I don't lock it for like just a small amount of time. If I'm just getting something from the garage, coming back, whatever, it doesn't matter. I walk in, I close the door behind me, and I'm like, I feel like Mick is in my apartment. And then I check every room. I check behind the shower curtain, closets, and everything.
He has yet to find me. Every
So,
time.
Yeah. So Boise, like on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you to move?
I give it a 2 thumbs up.
Okay. You have a place locked in.
Place is locked in.
You have several job offers. You haven't picked a job yet, right?
Yeah, no, I've kind of built a house of cards right now on job offers. Trying to.
That means it's extremely unstable.
Nah, you'll be fine.
No.
You'll be fine.
No. I'm saying like the House of Cards analogy implies that it's unstable.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Just
like,
heads up.
no, yeah, but like,
I built a
Also
house
kind
out
of.
of straw.
Well, you're just waiting to hear back from the one that you
I built my
actually
house on
want.
sand.
yeah. So
What's the 3 little pigs? You know, like there's brick,
Straw
there's
house,
straw
brick
house,
And stick.
brick house,
And
stick
stick.
house. Yeah, that's the other one. The brick house is the one that stands.
yeah,
There's 3 though.
yeah,
Yes.
straw,
Straw,
stick, brick.
Oh, yeah. Why not straw?
Say that 3 times fast.
Straw, stick, brick.
3 times.
Michael and I count for 2. We need Landon
One
to
more.
say the
What do I
word.
need to say?
Straw, stick, brick.
Well, no.
Couldn't do it. You couldn't do it on the 3rd time.
Straw, stick, brick.
Straw, stick, brick. Straw, stick, brick. Straw, stick, brick.
Oh, Colby.
Now you say it, Colby.
I'm scared.
Well, you'll be missed.
Yeah.
I mean, only a little bit, though.
I mean, it's really not that far away. So
Did you know that I'm moving down to Boise?
Oh,
And I'm
really?
going to be in the same apartment complex.
same
that you're in.
complex?
Yeah. And I'm never going to come over and visit you.
They have availability. Mick and I used to always talk. We'd be like, "Oh yeah, dude, like we could do like dinners and stuff together."
Did you guys ever do one?
One.
You did one dinner?
Mick and Colby did.
Well, yeah, I was making Colby Day.
You guys totally should have done that more often.
Yeah, we totally should have.
I don't know why.
One time, I made so much fettuccine, I ate it for like 8 days straight. So I don't know
Why
I
would
did-
you do that?
I don't know why I just like didn't invite Mick over.
Yeah, it seems odd.
Actually, I don't think you live there yet.
I actually don't know why I don't like have people over for dinner either. Like, you could totally come over. Like, you could come over to my place for dinner. And like,
Wow, of course you guys are gonna start doing this when I leave.
yeah, like, you know what I mean. Like, it's not that hard to do. Like,
It just
you,
makes more sense now.
Yeah, that is true.
Colby's
I'm
gone.
picky.
Dinner party.
dinner party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to do more like, I don't know if it'll be this summer, but like once I get my like yard, like my backyard, like I want to do like barbecues and stuff.
Get like a little fire pit thing.
Yeah, get a fire pit, get a grill.
That'd be
Yeah,
cool.
that'd be dope.
I just sprayed.
You've got a nice little patio area.
Yeah, I just sprayed like a ridiculous amount of like weed and grass killer and everything in the backyard. Like I went like scorched earth. Like I just like drenched.
Wait,
I bought
even
like
the grass?
yeah.
Are you gonna plant?
I'm gonna
grass?
I'm gonna replant.
That's the right way to go.
Yeah, because it was like
By the way, I think I saw your tree stump on the way in. Was it soaked in kerosene?
no, it just gets wet from the sprinklers.
Oh, okay.
No, I didn't have soaked with kerosene.
I was like, it is the middle of July, bro.
Well, that's the problem. I want to let it dry out and burn, but then like I have the sprinklers that always hit it.
Just put a bucket over it.
I mean, you laugh,
that would
but
work.
that's what
That's what you
that's
gotta
all
do.
it takes.
Okay, well,
It,
maybe
I mean, like it would
Yeah.
look like trashy.
Or a
but
bowl. You could put a bowl over it.
You're already white trash, so it doesn't really.
I'm not white trash, man. Like
Okay.
I feel like I'm I'm trying to ascend into upper middle class. That's my goal. My goal is to
is there
upper
still
middle class.
like a broken microwave in your backyard?
No, I threw that away, man. There are some like just cardboard boxes that are just like laying in the back. The backyard looks bad.
You should like rent a flamethrower and just.
I thought when you said scorched earth, that's what I thought of. A flamethrower or like torch. Have you seen like the street crew when they like tar, like they fill in the cracks? They have like the giant torch.
Yeah,
you should get one of those.
I'm half tempted to hire like a landscaper just because like it's so bad back there, but like I just don't know like how much it would cost.
I heard.
What's more valuable, time or money?
I heard Jesse's looking for work.
I would not trust Jesse to like. I would not trust Jesse to do. I don't know what I would hire Jesse to do for work. Like maybe if I needed someone to like pick wheat. I don't even know if I trust him to do that. I feel mean. That's mean. I don't.
We might want to cut that, but that's
that's soft talk. I just don't know.
Let's keep referencing it so it's harder to cut. So tell us again how you hate Jesse. You don't trust him to do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're moving to Boise. Mm-hmm. You're never going to talk to us again.
Yeah, about 2 weeks. You guys have 2 weeks left of me.
Are you going to buy recording equipment so you can record?
That's the thing is like, if I mean, probably just have to like talk to you guys about it and stuff. But.
Yeah, he's not going to do anything.
I mean, Colby's spent $0 on the show.
That's not true.
At this point.
That is not true.
You bought Chick-fil-A for us once one day.
And Mick and I went to Guitar Center one time and we bought some extension cords.
That is true.
And you paid for them?
Yeah.
He did pay.
Okay, so you've spent $150 on the show.
Yes.
The Chick-fil-A order was actually fairly expensive.
It was very expensive.
Well, as soon as I heard that he was paying for it, I was like,
Mick, okay, I was
have a mac and cheese as well.
yeah,
and
where
an extra drink."
everybody's done ordering, and it's on like one tab, and I'm like, I just got it. And so I handed you my card because it's 4 guys in one car to drive.
That's the right call to pay for it on one.
Yeah, it's so I'm like, yeah, like just put it in the cart. And Mick's like, you know what? Can I also get a mac and cheese? I was like, okay.
It's all about timing.
I was like, I'll pay for everything but the mac.
Sometimes you got to wait to the last second.
I actually, my favorite thing from Chick-fil-A is the frosted lemonade. That's the best thing on the
really
menu.
good.
That's the best thing.
It was really good.
Changed my mind.
Yeah.
Like forget about
perfect-
God's chicken and like everything else. I just want the frosted lemonade.
Can't forget about God's chicken. What the heck are you saying?
I'm saying God's chicken is not as good as God's frosted lemonade. I'm sorry.
They're too. It's sweet and savory. Like
It's so good.
was that the first time you guys had one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had something similar to it, like in my like homemade at home, but like
Homemade at home.
yeah, that's my new.
Where's it made?
Homemade at home.
That's my Netflix show, Homemade at Home. It's my comedy special.
It's just Landon trying to make things in his kitchen.
Yeah. You can make something similar to the frosted lemonade with like margarita mix and vanilla ice cream, and you blend it in a blender. And it
Homemade
yeah.
at home, blended in a blender.
I'm slipping.
And then what?
I drink it with my
But nothing.
mouth.
That's it.
My
That's all.
mouth.
That's the 2 ingredients.
Yeah, it had like the perfect, like,
It's kind of frothy.
little frothy, yeah. But it was like perfect, like creamy taste and lemony taste.
Yeah, it wasn't too sweet. It wasn't too sour.
Wasn't too tart.
It's perfect.
Tart fart. But yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah. So you should buy a mic.
Yeah.
Like, buy a mic.
Yeah,
buy one.
I need like
these
I need like a
mics.
desk.
This mic cost like maybe $50.
You guys can just like send me pictures of everything.
Yeah, just buy this. This is all you would need.
Yeah.
It's like $150, I think, and you just plug it into your laptop, and it's got the ports for the. You might need to buy like an adapter for the your headphones, but
Do you guys think? Oh, we could talk about it later.
No, let's talk about it now.
I mean, it's not really like show material.
Nothing we say
like,
is
do you
show
think
material.
like it'd be like too much of a delay with 2 people being remote? Because like sometimes Dave struggles to like hold a conversation. That might just be Dave though.
I mean, we've done it where we're all on Discord.
Yeah, good point.
yeah, and I mean, let's be honest. I mean, Dave probably won't be able to be on every time when he's in Japan.
Oh, yeah, he is.
I would
Yeah,
think,
Dave
right?
might. We might have to change. Our
Are we
schedule a little
phasing
bit,
Dave
but-
out?
Yeah, we're outgrowing. The show's outgrowing Dave.
Although, like, if you want to like not be on the show, Colby, though, like this is a way out for you to be like, oh, I'm moving. Don't want to commit
Yeah,
the
no, that's-
time. Like,
So Will doesn't want you to be on the show.
no,
anymore.
it's not that I
That's what
don't
I'm
want.
hearing.
That's not exact. That's
So,
not what I'm saying at
this
all.
is,
That's not exactly what I'm
you
saying.
might
What I'm
wanna-
saying. No, just kidding. Like, I'm just trying to say,
I'll,
like,
get up and
Yeah, you just get out.
like that's all I'm saying is that like if you want that timing to be there, it could be if you're looking to stop being on the show. But I don't want you to stop being on the show. It's just what you want personally.
I want everyone to be on the show. Will
everybody every week.
Yeah.
All right, let's get Jordan
Also,
in
like
here.
you don't have
Let's
you
get
can do it
Jesse
like
in
once
here.
a month
Let's get-
too. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true.
Well, that's the thing too. Is like right now, it's like I kind of just am on like when it fits my schedule.
yeah, you do
Yeah,
the same
because it's
thing.
all about
Really, and like the recording
always is.
equipment is not that much money. Like so, like
Yeah, I could probably get a small loan.
Okay.
of $1 million.
yeah.
Small loan of $1 million.
All right, so good for you, Colby.
Good for
you.
you.
Thank you. Thank
You look
I'm
happy.
excited.
You look
big-
happy and healthy.
that's a
Not
big
me.
move.
Like if you ever cared to
I'm
ask.
like really scared.
Oh yeah, no, it is scary.
Oh, dude, it's a scary thing.
you're the next friend to like move away from Spokane for a bit.
Yeah.
Get ready to feel depressed. And
Hopefully,
like,
you know, yeah.
doesn't
Hopefully, your move away goes better than Mick and mine did.
And
Ours were like,
Jesse's.
yeah, and Jesse's.
Jesse moved to Boise, which I'm pretty sure most of the listeners know, but that's why I mentioned that earlier.
and his life kind of fell apart.
In like 6 months.
Yeah,
Um,
I moved to the Tri Cities and my life went to a dark place, and Mick moved to Oregon and his life went to a dark place.
Nick was never the same post Oregon.
Old Mick was dead.
You
didn't kill him. I did.
well, you're having a much happier. Like you have like a girlfriend down there. Like
Yeah, it'll
like
be-
And you like Boise, right?
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
The city's nice. There's like actually like things to do. Like it'd be really fun too for you guys to come down and visit.
oh yeah.
No.
Because like you know how it's
You know, I'm gonna come visit you one time. One time,
convenient.
yeah, one time, just to pay back the one time you came to see me when I lived 90 minutes away.
I saw you twice.
Okay,
Well, cool.
Yeah.
Let's talk about something else now.
the beach.
We can talk about the beach.
Let's go to the beach.
Let's
Come and get
go
away.
to the
They
beach
say.
What are you
today.
gonna say?
That was a great trip.
It was. So, unfortunately, Will couldn't make it this year.
Boo.
But the rest of
I
us.
was very bummed.
The rest of us had a. Did we say Dave's not here? By the way,
No, Dave gone.
I think he's still traveling.
We're out.
yeah, he's still
Outgrowing.
traveling. He's still like enjoying the life of
He's walking back from
an upper class
Long Beach
citizen.
to Vegas, right? Aren't they walking?
Yeah, they walked.
Dun, 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 dun.
Mountain shots for like hours and hours and hours.
Why couldn't we just fly there? You blasted bird. Yeah, so we did our 4th of July Long Beach, Washington trip this year, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Good time.
it was. We all headed down Friday.
Yes.
first.
Yep.
And then Megan and I met Dave and Bree in Mount Rainier.
And you guys
National
hiked
Park.
around
We
there.
hiked around a bunch and drove a bunch. Like we met at like this one trailhead visitor center. We did like a 2-hour hike and found this like really gorgeous waterfall.
I saw pictures. It was.
It was like straight up out of like it looked like out of a painting. Like it was so gorgeous. Like and it was hot out too. So like when you got close to the waterfall, like the temp dropped a little bit and there was like a cool breeze.
mist.
Oh, I love
like
that.
the mist. Like
That's
it
so
felt
cool.
so good.
Yeah.
And then we drove like
How
an
did the
extra-
water taste?
We didn't get close enough to taste.
I bet it was crisp.
Oh, it had been.
That's
like, we
your
felt-
that's
yeah.
your fresh mountain water right there.
Yeah, and then we
Drunk.
we drove a little bit out of our way to get to like the base of the mountain, and it was crazy. You like drive up this big hill, and like the temperature drops like 20 degrees, and then it's just snow everywhere.
That's so weird.
But it's melting because it's July, so there's
Right.
just water gushing down like the streets and stuff. So then we didn't make it to Long Beach till
That's
like midnight.
That's a volcano too, like an active volcano.
Yeah.
Like not active, like it was blowing up at the time, but it was.
It is.
It's not. Yes.
what you
all
thought
the
was
s-
water? That was
So
actually
all
clear
the snow,
lava.
all the snow could go away really quickly.
Very, very.
And then you and your mom drove down late.
Yeah,
right?
so I had to work on Friday, so I didn't leave here. I left with my mom, my little sister. We didn't leave until like 4 p.m. and didn't get to Long Beach until I think we beat you guys.
I think you
didn't
did.
we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got there at like just before midnight, I think.
Yeah. We got there like at midnight or a little after because we stopped in Longview and had dinner. 'Cause
Yep.
We were all starving.
Yep.
So, and then what did we do? I feel like Saturday we all kind of just hung out around your grandparents' house and kind of played games like cornhole and like walked around the like kind of like the strip
On
Like-
Saturday,
Yeah. And
Yeah,
then you
we-
showed up
and then I showed up. Yeah,
in the evening.
Yeah, played some putt-putt.
Yeah.
mini golf.
And most importantly,
Dave cheated.
he did. He definitely did. There's no way he shot 42.
There's no. Dave's lying. Also,
Dave
he was
looked at my
bouncing
score
around
and
different
went,
groups.
I'll do 2 under.
Yeah, because you did 44.
Mick golfed really well. I golfed with Mick.
Thank you.
I feel like
You
I
golfed really well.
I
He had
did,
like 3 hole-in-ones.
Colby did all right.
I cleaned up on the 9. The first.
I golfed.
You have a finesse that I just don't have.
Thank you.
I did pretty good. I was 47. I was 13 under par.
I got 51.
Yeah, which is still 9 under par. Megan golfed under par too, at 59, 1 stroke under par. Carter, your younger brother, did not golf under par.
No.
He almost golfed like the most you could he almost golfed like a max score because it limited you to like 5 strokes per hole. And Carter told me his score at the end. Like the max you could have was like 90. He's like, I golfed like a 77. I'm like, what?
How'd you do that?
But the most
He was
important thing
proud of that.
of
too.
the day,
He was happy.
yeah,
Yeah.
the most important thing I think was that Colby and my girlfriend got to meet Uncle Sean.
No, so I have
What?
already met Uncle Sean. Landon misspoke.
No, I said Colby
No,
and my
Colby.
girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
Got to meet Uncle Sean.
Okay. I didn't see the apostrophe.
And Colby.
Yeah, Colby's never met him.
Colby and my girlfriend got to meet Uncle. What?
I'm
The comma.
Landon-
My
misspoke.
girlfriend and Landon's
Oh,
girlfriend.
Colby's girlfriend.
Yeah,
Colby's.
I-
You could just
I
say their
Landon's
names so it
girlfriend.
doesn't.
Megan and
It's not
Paige.
confusing.
Megan and Paige got to meet Uncle Sean.
Paige is my girlfriend.
Who are Megan and Paige?
God dang it.
Yeah, we've discussed Uncle Sean quite a few times on the show, and actually, we'll be working on trying to have him guest. Maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe
we're
here
definitely
pretty
trying to
soon.
make that happen.
Yeah. So audience, look forward to that because
Yeah.
he's like the funniest person I know.
Yeah.
So yeah, just a big kind of family reunion, friends reunion,
Yeah.
and next day we did a lighthouse hike.
That was fun.
That was fun.
Yeah.
It was kind of crappy weather, but
It
was
rained
still
a little
fun.
bit, and it was
still
kind of hot for. It was like hot for part of it, and then it rained for part of it, and then
Yeah. As soon as because our group kind of split up.
yeah, you guys you left us behind.
Yeah, you guys are just slow.
We wanted to go to the Marine Center. There was like a little mini museum.
Yeah.
Dave wanted to read
You don't-
every word in there.
It was
Yeah.
pretty cool. It was all like about boats
That,
and
that was
like
their
maritime.
mistake, letting Dave find something to read.
I wanted to read the stuff. I like reading
Oh
things.
no. You're becoming just like him.
Hey guys, my name's Dave.
I scored a 42.
Yeah, there's no way he didn't play right. He was jumping around from group to group. He was like playing out.
Well, yeah, no. So he
He cheated.
and he was going, like you said, from group to group, so nobody could like keep track of his.
That is true. He like jumped around a lot, right?
Yeah.
Yes, and he would like play ahead of people. Like he played ahead of you, our group, Mick.
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
can I play through? Like,
Yeah, and then he would like go back and like play again with Bree, and I'm like, dude, you're cheating.
yeah, just stick with the people that you were with. Like,
He was like, yeah. It was,
so we're gonna
it was
go.
not.
We're gonna go ahead and say the Mick one then.
Yay.
Mick won.
Dave-
Dave,
Dave
was disqualified,
disqualified.
and then Randy and I tied for second. Then I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
That sounds cool.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah,
What was your score?
47. Randy and I had 47. I think you had, was it 45?
It was either 45 or 44 or something.
And then Dave disqualified, so
Disqualified,
90
yeah.
strokes.
Yeah.
I could just hear Dave right now. It's like, gosh dang it.
Well, yeah, there's no one to verify his score because he didn't golf with everybody.
That's
no one,
true.
Yeah. Yeah, so we walked to the lighthouse.
Yeah.
Did you guys go down the hill to the cove area at all?
No, we just went around kind of up top.
The cove was awesome. There was
You
this
told
big-
me that Carter almost died.
Well, like, so we go down there. So it was, what was it?
I'm not gonna
Dave-
laugh until I hear the story.
No, you can.
It was like Dave, Bree, Megan, and I, and then Carter and Carmen.
Mm-hmm.
And they're crazy. Like,
They are crazy.
they're fun. Like, they're like, I feel like they're like kind of well behaved. Like, for the most part, they just like have high energy. Like,
They're insane.
yeah, they're insane.
Yeah.
But like, we go down, there's this cove area with like this beach, and there's this massive rock, and they like want to climb up it, and it's like pretty high.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, but they're like trying to scamper ahead way up the thing. I'm like, if it's like one of those things, like if you fall, like you're either going to be dead before you hit the water, or you're going to hit the water and probably get washed out into the ocean. And they just like have no sense of like
Anything.
Common sense.
like risk assessment. There's like no risk assessment going on. They're like they get up to the top and they want to like
They're still little kids. They're like 11 and 9. They have no like inkling of like danger or like they think they'll live forever. They're at that stage in their life where they're untouchable.
yeah.
And they're also crazy, so that's a bad combination.
Yeah. So like
I love
they're-
you, Carter and Carmen.
Yeah, we got to this high point, and there's like a little like kind of slope you could go down to get to like a lower part of the rock, but like it was all like mossy and slick. And I'm like, they were like trying to climb down. I'm like, if you lose your, if you slip, like you're not gonna be able to stop yourself. You're gonna just keep bouncing on these like rocks and just tumble into the water. Like,
Yep.
and I'm like telling them no. They're like, oh, why not? Why not? And I'm like, you got to stop. I'm like, because like if you fall, like I'm like, I don't know what to do. Like,
I'm not coming in.
I'm like, I feel like I'm just gonna die if I go in. But then if I don't go in, then I like, they're
Were you
like,
the
wow,
only
you're
one
a
with
coward.
them?
No, like, but like they were like going ahead and stuff. So it's like, and Dave was like half paying attention. I feel like, I was like
Dave's got to be like a top 10 worst babysitter of all time.
Dave's like, I'm busy reading this sign.
yeah. No, Dave was telling them to stop too, but like I was like just nervous. I'm like, I don't want to witness this. Like this would be horrible. Like, but it was fun.
That would ruin the trip, probably.
Yes, it would ruin the trip if one of them fell.
probably.
I think it would probably end the trip. You know, like. Yeah, what's a bigger buzzkill than like someone dying on the trip? Like,
Especially kids.
A little kid. Gosh.
yeah. So that was fun.
Let's
though.
role play here. What happens?
I feel like one falls, and I feel like Dave's got to go in after him, right? Like that's his like he's the older brother, right?
What if Megan turns to you and like, you gonna do something?
I feel like I gotta try to do something.
Landon rips his shirt off
Well,
and like,
also,
does a
like,
superhero pose.
Was it like sandy, like a beach? Like, could you have like, if you went into the water after them, could you have like brought them to shore?
You could have, but so like it's so like so like there's beach, and then the rock that goes out is narrow and high and goes out like 30 yards out.
Okay.
So if you were to fall, you would hit the rocks and go into the water, and then the only way to get into the water after them would either be to jump, which would probably kill you,
Not end well.
or to have to slowly and safely clamber back down to the beach, then swim out 30 yards into the water to get to them, which is going to take probably too much time.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the right move would be. I feel like either way, like you're probably not going to make it. You know, you're going to be swimming against the.
Yeah, the tide.
It didn't happen though, so it's all good.
Plus you will.
Excuse me, sorry.
Yeah, then we made it to the lighthouse, which Megan had never seen a lighthouse in person before.
What'd you think?
She thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was a neat one. I feel like for your first lighthouse, okay. Like for me, I've seen like a decent amount of lighthouses, so it's like that lighthouse there was like, you know, it was decent, but it was a little worn.
Yeah.
What are you laughing at?
Your lighthouse review.
It was a decent. I like being able to climb them. We couldn't climb this lighthouse.
No.
Climbing
So-
them's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think there was another one we could climb, but we just didn't have like it was the parking was like maxed out. So it was super cool. And then is that all we did that day?
Pretty much.
I think
Yeah.
I didn't do much. I think like Megan and I like kind of split off from the group, and then like we went and like just passed out in our hotel room.
Yeah, there was a lot of like separate way, kind of just chill stuff.
And then
It sounded like a fun, like kind of free flowing vacation.
It was very like, it felt like very not organized in a good way.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like,
That's like-
Dave probably was pissed off the whole time, but
Well, he kept being like, "I want to play board games. I want to play board game." I'm like, dude, like,
I think that's the one thing about Vegas that I would change, just have like one day for like just kind of free flowing, do whatever you want kind of stuff. We did so much stuff in Vegas. It was just back to back to back to back to back to back that it was so exhausting.
yeah. I felt like this vacation was a great blend of like
Organized
doing
stuff,
things
yeah.
and then just having time to just kind of chill because
well, and if you haven't been to Long Beach, it is a very like chill place.
yeah.
It doesn't feel like you have to be busy constantly. Like it's a good place to just chillax.
Yep, that's
Take
my
things
favorite.
easy,
Yeah,
take things
I like
slow.
that kind of vacation where you have like we planned that hike and that took a few hours,
Yeah.
and then we didn't do anything for a while, and then I think the next day we went and flew
Next day we did go-karts.
go-kart. Go-karts was after the hike day.
I think so.
I thought that was in the evening of that same.
Was it the same day?
I thought so.
Either way, it was after the hike.
Yeah.
And go-karts are fun.
I don't like go-karts that much. I didn't do it. I didn't partake. I'm not a big go-kart person.
Even Uncle Sean did it.
His car was so slow.
His car just died.
That's funny. It couldn't have happened to like a better person. He's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, go-karts. It's a lot of fun. Went to the arcade.
I missed that.
The arcade's fun. I mean, there's a lot of like retro stuff in there. My aunt, wife of Uncle Sean, Aunt Elizabeth. Shout out.
Shout out.
Point, 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 point. She's amazing at
Pac-Man.
no. Well, I mean, she probably is.
Street Fighter,
Street Fighter.
No,
Galaga.
Galaga.
Nice. Galaga's so much
She's
fun.
so good at Galaga.
I'm bad at Galaga.
I'm terrible at it.
That's fun though.
It is fun.
Arcade games are some of the most fun, like experience. Like arcades are some of the most fun things you could do, just because it's like it's such a different type of game than we're all used to. At least that's how I feel.
Yeah.
As much as I think video games are like at the peak right now of what they've always been. Like, there's just something cool about like a retro 80s arcade.
I would, yeah.
You can't get that same experience of just sitting on a couch.
The score chasing, like
Yeah, there's just something. There's something very like social about the arcade.
Oh yeah,
and just going to like you're like it's insane. Like like the joystick's sweaty and you're like panicking.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And
and
that's
you got
the thing,
people
too,
like
it's
crowding
just-
around you. Like, oh my god! Like you keep going, like you beat the level. And you're like, oh
Yeah, it's a different type of gaming. Too.
or like the people lined up. Like I've seen people like lined up to try to like beat the person on Street Fighter, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. It's just a very different. I don't know. That's one of the things that I like about the past is I think we've really lost a lot of like
simpler times,
more like social interaction. I mean, because you don't get that when all of us are at separate locations playing online together.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's cool, but it is different, and it's not just.
Yeah, I don't think there can be like, to be fair, I don't think there can be an experience like 8 people in a playlist while in the same room. I just wish that there was one, because that would be ideal. You know, if we were all,
I mean, we could do it.
it'd just be very inconvenient.
We'd have to have like a separate office where we all go and play video games.
Maybe in the Hotkeys house one day.
Maybe.
I would like
Get
to,
there
and
someday.
as I get older, it probably wouldn't happen for a while, but I would like to like get an arcade cabinet, like an old school one, maybe like a pinball table cabinet like thing, you know, like start collecting them, but that they're like really expensive.
Yeah,
They are.
yeah.
They are.
But that's like a vision for like older Landon, like,
Yeah.
like late 30s, early 40s Landon, like have a basement with like a game room with
That'd be fun.
some vintage stuff.
I like that kind of dream. It's a good dream.
Yeah.
Finishing off the Long Beach trip, it was 4th of July, so of course there were fireworks. And by fireworks, I mean there was an active war zone out on the beach.
Oh my God.
For like 6 hours.
It was insane. I've never experienced anything like that in my life.
It's like, so
Can I have some context for some people that weren't there?
basically, Long Beach is a peninsula
Uh huh.
at the coast, and the city, they throw a fireworks show, like a designated, and it's on the beach, so it's a designated section of the beach where the city is shooting off fireworks. You hardly notice it because there are like thousands of people on the beach that are just constantly lighting fireworks, like
It's like
big
nonstop.
big fireworks, and it goes for hours.
Oh my gosh.
And
It's
it's
to the point where like there's so much smoke in the air.
like you look down the
like
beach.
a haze of
we
smoke.
took some video of it. We can show you, but it looks like something from D-Day or something. It's
Yeah, there's like
PTSD.
There's like helicopters
yeah.
There's
patrolling.
helicopters,
and you hear like sirens, ambulances, and like medics like running up
You
and
just
down.
hear
like, the people.
explosions.
Yeah, like it's nuts. It probably went. It probably.
It's crazy.
I bet it went 2.5 hours where there wasn't a second that went by with an explosion going off.
It was,
And then after
constant.
that, it was like there would maybe be like every once in a while like 4 or 5 seconds without a firework going off, and then it
Yeah.
would light back up another wave. Like
It was like it's so hard to describe. Like you just have to.
How long were you
experience
guys
it.
there for?
We were
3
there
hours.
for a good 3 hours.
yeah, it was so much fun.
I think I would have left in 10 minutes.
It was
can't.
great. It was so good.
Yeah.
It was like it was amazing. It was
You just
amazing.
get, and
It was like a sensory
we bought
overload.
some fireworks. And
Yeah.
fireworks there are legal. So
Yeah.
they had like actual.
I would hope so.
actual fireworks that you could buy, and we bought some good.
I felt like the ones we bought were pretty good. Like
and we bought like at least one that was like an actual firework. It went
yeah,
in the air.
like the 12, and they weren't that expensive. I didn't feel like
No.
the one I bought for $12 like shot like 16 things off that went pretty high up in the
Yeah.
air and like exploded.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's cool.
Was that the same day we flew kites? Was that the 4th?
yeah.
I think the 4th was actually. I think it was my favorite day of the
It was
trip.
also
I
the
think.
nicest day.
It was
in
the
terms
nicest
of weather.
day,
It was
yeah.
really nice. But yeah, we went out on the beach earlier in the day and flew a stunt kite.
That was
which,
a lot of
If you have
fun.
not flown a stunt kite, it is way more fun than just a normal
I'm bad at flying
dinky
kites.
kite.
I wasn't great at it. Mick, you were by far the best kite flyer.
I've
You were doing some
I've
tricks
done
and
it for a
stuff.
few years, so I have a little more experience. But it really is like once you kind of get the hang of it, you know, like this string pulls, the kite will do this. It kind of
Yeah.
you pick it up pretty quick, but
Yeah,
it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I was actually looking on Amazon for some stunt kites, and man, you can spend a lot of money on
Yeah.
stunt kites.
yeah. I think the 4th was my. I mean, every day was fun, but I think that was my favorite day overall because I feel like me, you, Megan, Bree, and Dave kind of hung out together like the whole day.
Yeah,
It was really fun.
yeah. Unfortunately, Uncle Sean and his family, the Carbones, they had to leave early on the 4th. But yeah, it was a fun day.
I'm just glad I got to see Uncle Sean. I wasn't actually staying at Long Beach. I stayed in
You just
Manzanita,
drove
Oregon.
by
But it was cool that you stopped in.
Yeah, just stopped in.
just long enough.
I just really wanted to see Uncle Sean. That's it.
I'm still waiting for the picture from you guys of the perfume your girlfriend was wearing.
Oh, okay.
It smelled so good.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. Like every once in a while, like I'll put it on. Like
It smells good.
So good.
It smells really good. And I felt really bad because I was like, I know I'm just immediately gonna creep Paige out, but I had to say something because I want that fragrance. It smells so good.
Yeah. No,
So
I'll get a picture of it. I'll send it to
Make
you
sure you send me a link.
because it smells so good.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like I'm not crazy.
And like I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I don't have any like good colognes.
I have been like on the cologne search my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
Every once in a while, like, okay, this one's great, but then I pass somebody, some random person. I'm like, what are they wearing?
Like,
What
that one's
is
better.
that?
That one's
Where
better.
do they
I want
get that? And that happened with Paige, and luckily I know you guys.
I've been wearing the same one for a while. I can't remember what it's called.
Well, like Mick walks up to me. We're all just like standing outside. Mick like walks up to me. He goes, "What are you wearing?" I go,
Yeah.
I go, "What?"
Because I thought it was you at first.
And he's like, "What are you wearing? What are you wearing?"
When are you wearing?
And I'm like, "Dude, what are you talking about?"
And then I think
like,
I said,
everybody
I
got
said,
confused.
who are you wearing?
Yeah. Then
Who
you
are
said
you wearing?
who? And like and then you were like, "Is that you that smells that good?" And I was like, "Oh, it's definitely not me because I just got out of a car for like 8 hours. I probably smell like body sweat."
Maybe you. Never mind.
But no, don't continue. But
what?
yeah, I need to figure it out. I think it's like that one might be Calvin Klein or something.
I think that's what Paige was saying. But
We'll figure it out for you.
I will be buying that in bulk.
Yeah.
You probably don't have to. They last.
Wearing it for the rest of my life.
You get you get cologne like it lasts forever.
I like fragrances
No,
though.
if you use it right.
Yeah.
If you're a teenage boy who doesn't know how to use it, you go through it in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a fun trip. I would say it was a great trip.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A lot of different things. Some good hiking. Some good relaxing. Good
Good food.
Did you guys have any
Food.
whales wash up on the beach?
No. Did you?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
No cap.
How big of a whale?
Like a 40-foot whale and her baby.
Oh,
That's sad.
you go look at it? Do you go touch it?
No,
Was it dead
it washed up like
or was it alive?
no.
They're
They were
dead,
both
dude.
dead.
They don't wash up alive. I don't.
Some,
No,
well,
some of them do wash alive.
Sometimes
Yeah.
they do if they're like injured or sick.
Injured or
They
sick.
can't swim. Then the current just like pushes them.
Gotta help push them back out.
Okay. I don't know.
This reminds me of the South Park episode. Where
I was going to say,
the
it
whale in
reminded me
space.
of the Boys episode.
I'm pretty certain the Coast Guard came by and did like a sample for an autopsy though.
I think we've told this story before, but do you guys remember I think it's like from the 80s, I want to say, where a whale, I think it was on the Oregon or Washington coast, a whale washed up on shore and it had been like sitting there for a while and people were like, oh, we need to do something about this. And it was starting to like kind of bloat.
And wilt.
Exploded.
And people were like, I know, dynamite. That's perfect. We'll get rid of it that way. There's a video. You can watch this.
Oh my god!
I don't want to watch
It's a
this.
big way. No, you
I
should
bet
watch.
it, I
You
bet
should
it-
watch the
bet it
video.
reeked. I bet the smell was horrific.
I bet
They-
it ranted.
Whatever the size of explosions they needed, they like quintupled the amount.
Why didn't they just like push it?
Probably would. It's probably heavy.
Well, yeah, but like you get enough people or like
You don't want to be. I bet the smell.
I think if they like,
or
yeah,
like
I don't know,
or like the
but
Coast Guard.
the video, it's like there's a whale at the beach. There's a whale on the beach. There's a whale. Where'd the whale go?
Whales everywhere.
It like completely disappeared, and it's like a ridiculous explosion for like what they were doing. It's like, I mean, it's
That's
sad,
sick,
but
dude.
it's like really funny at the same time.
That is
Oh my
That is
God.
a sick bastard. Yeah. As I'm laughing.
But yeah, exactly. So anyway, that was our beach trip. We'll try to do it again in the future. At
Yeah,
some point.
I was looking at more. I was like looking online last night. I kind of want to go to like Olympic National Park. Which, like,
I'm kind of on like a park kick.
yeah, the parks are cool. I wish you could have been at Mount Rainier.
I heard it was really pretty.
It was lit. You don't like hiking though.
I don't really like. I'm just
Darn it!
I'm just
It's so
lazy.
fun. Hiking is so fun. I love it.
Like this is like also too like Spokane's in a good location because you're like 4 hours from like Olympic, like 4 hours from Mount Rainier,
Yeah.
and Mount St. Helens. You're 4 hours the other way from like maybe closer to 5 from Glacier.
Yeah.
Like
That's my new plan for like a few trips. I want to kind of do some like extended weekend trips and just go hike around. And
I do think, and we can end it here because I think we're out of time. But, and I was talking to the Carbones about this, Uncle Sean and Aunt Elizabeth. We do need to do another cruise vacation.
okay.
I'm telling you guys, it is like one of the most fun vacations you can have.
I'm down for a cruise.
I'm like kind of skeptical. I'm not gonna.
I am
lie. I'm a
skeptical.
little
I
skeptical.
feel like a land vacations are just better.
I mean, the cruise ship stop.
I've also never been.
That's the thing too. The cruise ship like ports in, and you can visit the places where you're doing the cruise.
Yeah, but
So,
what
like,
if I get stranded? Like, what if I don't make it back to the
we almost got stranded in Mexico
Oh
when
my
we did
god,
it.
that's scary. See, that's scary if you get left behind.
But you know what? Uncle Sean was there, so it was funny.
Oh, I
was a
bet
good
I bet he made it funny.
I think we wrote a Mexico song actually. We probably won't sing here, but think of like everything fun about Vegas, but on a giant boat, and then you stop in like beautiful locations.
Do they have Raising Canes on the boat?
Stop.
I mean, I guess like if it's like all inclusive,
It is, yeah. Well, I mean the
the one that
better
we would
the
get,
better
like-
cruise ships are.
all
So
inclusive.
you
And I
pay
actually
for
think
you
the
pay
ones
for a flight
that-
and you pay for the trip or the.
It depends on like some they port out of Seattle, but then those are like the Alaskan cruises.
Yeah,
which,
I wanna go
which are fun,
tropical.
but they're not like
I want to go to like
warm
Jamaica and like Haiti.
or Bahamas or something like that. But no, we should think about it because gosh, they're fun. I mean, there's like shows on the boats. The food is amazing. You know, a lot of games you can play.
I'm skeptical. Like I said, I'm interested, but I'm skeptical.
Me too.
What are you skeptical about?
I just feel like I like doing stuff like in nature a lot.
And that's what the ports are for.
It's just, the Titanic always scares me.
Oh,
come
you'd
on.
be fine.
Dude, what if we hit an iceberg? That's all I'm saying.
Dude, icebergs don't exist anymore. Come on.
They all
Yeah,
melted.
They all melted.
melted.
Yeah. Come on.
That's
like I
our
said,
revenge.
interested. I feel like I would.
For the Titanic, just pumping like get like
Step on the gas.
For some reason, I feel like I'd get bored. For some reason.
You would not get bored. Especially if the Carbones were there. Come on.
Oh yeah. Well, we'll see. When were they wanting to do that?
I could be convinced because those are also a lot cheaper than I thought they were.
They actually are not that expensive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like we could do one for like less than the price of Vegas, right?
Oh, easily.
Yeah.
And
Like-
and in my opinion, you just get like way more.
Value.
It's very like condensed in terms
Okay.
of like it's easier to do a bunch of these things.
Gotcha.
But yeah, if you want nature,
You get it on the stops.
yeah, you can do a bunch of stuff at the ports.
Yeah, we should do a tropical one then.
You could do zip lines. You could do hikes. You just need to make sure you get back on the boat when it's time.
Yeah.
My I have a coworker who just went on a cruise not too long ago, and he went down in like the tropical area. Kind of, I think he said on his way to Jamaica, like they got to like a certain part, and the cruise line, like they hire like gunboats basically that just like guard them from like pirates as you get like through that area of the Caribbean. Like they follow you all the way to the port. They guard the boat while everybody gets off, and then they have people too that like they kind of like guide you, like, yeah, you can't go to that part of the island or something. You know what I mean? Like, and then get back on. But I just thought that was cool. Like the idea of having to have like gunships around your cruise liner for like pirates, like that's insane.
It's cool.
That's cool until like we're overrun, where it's like there's too many pirates.
Yeah, but if Uncle Sean's there, it's funny.
More of the story.
Yeah.
So anyway, we should think about.
I'll think about it.
We should.
I'll think about it.
I could be convinced.
Stop.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. I'm all about trips. I love going on trips. Any kind of trip. Like I just like going on trips. Like vacations are great.
I agree.
Yeah.
Agni. Trips. I love trips. I love trips so much. I make homemade stuff at home.
Stop. It's
I
like
trip on trip.
It's just fun going somewhere away from like your normal routine.
Yeah.
Well, it's the escapism.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it's
just
fun to pretend that you live a different life.
putting pause on real
Well,
life.
and it's like what makes like the rest of it, like we all have to work, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like it's fun to go do like different things.
I'm still trying to win the lottery so I don't have to work anymore. No luck so far.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, let's all agree that if we win the lottery, we'll share with each other.
It depends.
The Hotkeys.
Yeah.
We're making the Hotkeys house. If one of us wins the lottery,
you know,
we're making the
If
Hotkeys
I'm
house.
winning the lottery, I'm not living with you guys.
No, I was about to say the opposite of that. If I do, I mean, stupid.
Not if, when you do.
When I would, yeah, let's be honest. I would absolutely do like a giant mansion and like
With everybody?
Yeah.
yeah.
Imagine
I would
having
wanna-
such a
I
big
would not
house
wanna
that
do
it's
it.
like you
I would
have
do
different
I would
houses.
do the
like
gaming room.
Why
What I
don't
would
we
do-
just Why don't we just get a compound?
I would buy.
in the middle of nowhere.
I would buy like a bunch of listeners for our podcast so we can have more listeners.
You would buy them.
We wouldn't need the listeners. We don't need them anymore.
Yeah, we just record and don't release the episode.
Where would the Hotkeys house be? Like in the middle of Montana?
No, I think we do it somewhere tropical.
Yeah,
We do it.
why would-
Belize? We do it in Belize.
Yeah.
Montana is
Or-
the cheapest, so if we want the coolest house, we
Not
could
anymore.
probably
I
do it
think
on
I think Belize
Not-
might
not
be like
or
the American dollar. I think is strong.
or
Oh, it's very, very,
or
very powerful currency.
or
or
we buy our own cruise ship.
No,
Go wherever
the
we want.
Hotkeys cruise ship.
The Hotkeys cruise
the
ship.
Hotkeys houseboat.
Dude, come on. Dude.
No.
we could sail the seas and
No, stop.
If you know what, I'm changing my answer.
arrive at ports where like our fans are waiting for us. They're coming in. They're coming in.
If I win the
be the new
lottery,
Beatles.
if I win the lottery, you guys will never hear from me again.
I will track you down.
I'd leave you guys a little bit of money and I'd peace out.
How much money?
Depends on how much. Like if I won $1 million, like
80?
no A. If I won $1 million, like that's not enough to give you guys. Like, well, it depends because like people would get jealous too, right?
Well, you don't have to tell
Everybody how much
everybody
you give.
exactly what you get. You could give each person a
Say
little
a
bit
million
different.
after taxes.
After taxes?
Like, because if it's just a million, like you're gonna pay like
It's
half,
like 800 or if you're lucky.
So you have $1 million in your checking account. Like, who are you? Like, how much are you gonna give to people?
I give Jesse $2,000 so we can buy an electric unicycle.
No, like we can't stop.
I don't know. I feel like I give everybody somewhere between like 10 and 50 grand.
Oh, that's more than I was expecting.
But like even because like you can't give everybody 50 grand because that's now you're eating into like it
You
just adds
can.
up. It
You're a
just adds
generous
up really
person.
fast. But it just adds up really fast.
You keep 50 grand for yourself. Everybody gets 50 grand.
I think if I won the lottery and it was $1 million, like yeah, that's pretty hype. But could you imagine like wasting your luck on that instead of like $300 million?
I think if I won $1 million, I would like put a lot of it into stock.
Yeah. Maybe I would
invest
just like
it.
give you guys like stock portfolios instead.
Yeah.
I'll give like
I set some money aside in a college account
yeah
for you.
yeah. I'll leave it like certain people like funds that they can't access so that like it builds up in their name, but like they can't.
Yeah, certain
Withdraw
people,
from it.
certain people in our friend group, you should not give like any amount of
Lump
money.
sums. of
Yeah,
money.
yeah, $1 million. You probably
I wouldn't give Dave any.
Dave doesn't need any.
no. Buy a house and then save everything. Get some property.
Yeah.
Buy a small
Buy land.
Yeah, buy land. You have to buy land.
I would buy this house for 180 grand max.
Okay, stop. Now you're just making fun of certain people.
Yeah.
All
So,
right.
good luck to the what is it, Saturday? Powerball numbers come out tonight. No, good luck.
I don't
good luck,
know.
fellas.
Oh, yeah, we're all.
I think it's Tuesdays and Saturdays.
Yeah,
I bought
I
one-
definitely
I
pay
bought-
attention to the lottery.
I bought one ticket when I was 19, and that's it. But
You're 0 for 1.
What'd you do with your winnings?
I wasn't going to tell you guys.
I never saw my 50 grand.
Yeah, if I won, I just wouldn't tell you guys. I'd fake my death.
Dude, that's the Colby way. That's the Colby way. The Colby
You'd go
lifestyle.
to your own funeral.
I would
See what people say
track
about you.
down Dave.
But you'd like make your funeral like super nice. Like it'd be the nicest funeral ever.
Yeah,
and
you
we'd
guys
all
would-
be so confused.
You guys would be like, what the? Like, you guys are like mourning, and like I've got some like guy that walks up with like champagne, champagne and caviar on like a tray.
What if you spent all of your winnings on your funeral?
Yeah, on your
That'd be the
funeral.
stupidest thing.
You got to spend it while you're alive, man. So like technically, you have all that money when you're still alive. You know what I mean?
What?
You're stupid.
Okay, we should end
Yeah.
because we were trying to go get.
Get some yummy.
It's
Brunch.
Colby Day, so
It is Colby Day.
It is quote Colby Day end quote.
The first ever and probably last ever.
Quote Colby Day end quote.
stop saying it like that.
I like to quote with quotes. Okay.
I'm going home.
Goodbye, everybody. We will
Goodbye.
talk to you next week.
Yep.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Have a good week.
Yeah.
See you later.
Yeah, take it
Adios.
easy. Treat yourselves. Love yourselves. Cherish yourselves.
Respect others.
Straw, stick, brick.
Take care of the earth.
Treat others the way you would like to be treated.
Straw, stick, brick.
Take a minute for yourself.
Straw.
Take that extra 5 minutes and make some Eggo waffles in the morning.
Remember to do your breathing exercises.
Yeah.
Remember to exercise.
Mental health is equally as important as physical health.
Remember.
Shut up, dweeb. No, just kidding. I'm kidding. I agree with that.
Send that text to that loved one you haven't talked to in a while. Let them know you're thinking about them.
Yeah,
Stop. I can't take this.
I'm challenging all of our listeners
Text me,
right
Colby.
now to call a loved one and just say, I love you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just say, yeah. Just do that. Do that for us.
Why don't we fill the world with positivity?
Okay.
Pass the love along.
Sappy.
And if everybody
Just
does that, if
cut
you
the
pass it
recording.
along,
Cut the recording.
Everybody will let someone know.
What?
They love each other. Love wins.
Somebody's gonna make that phone call and not get one back.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of the Hotkeys podcast. You can find us on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, CastBox, YouTube, and other podcasting platforms. Visit our website, www.hotkeyspodcast.com. Follow us on Twitter at Hotkeys Podcast and join our Facebook group at facebook.com/HKHotkeys. Please like and review us and subscribe to the show on whichever platforms you use. Finally, you can contact us via email at hosts@hotkeyspodcast.com.